Good morning! Tomorrow is shop update day. I'm still knitting as much as I can, and then there's a couple new things I need to get photos of still, so it's just a lot of different photography and making, and then we have to do all of the listings and stuff like that on the website. I'm feeling pretty good about this update. It's the first update of the season, but I'm feeling really calm this year. I've been doing my morning meditations every morning, and I feel like it's been really helpful. Like, that's how I start the day, in a really calm space. But it is really crazy, like the power of doing that and starting a little bit more slowly. But we do have a lot to do, so let's get going. I know it's a big day and there's a lot to do, but I just always have to do my inbox 0 and get it down to that. It's one of those things that just helps with my brain and makes me feel like I've checked something important off the list. And I think I told you about it in the last vlog, but I've been working on a big website copywriting overhaul project, so I just finished my homework for that too. Getting all this brain stuff out of the way so that the rest of the day I can just work on the shop update stuff and not feel like I have other things hanging over my head that I have to do. But very exciting, we just got this package just in time for the shop update. I've been working on this collaborative merch project and I ordered some new stickers, so let's open this. I'm excited. So I actually had to switch sticker vendors. This is Sticker App. I haven't actually gotten samples from them yet, so I just went for it. So hopefully it's good, but I had a lot of recommendations. There's a couple of other makers I follow who use Sticker App for their stickers and have had great success, so I just went for it. But let's see how they turned out. Okay. Oh my god. These look so good. Look, they even package them in a nice little package. Okay, here's the first one. This is the new Made Wild, Stay Wild sticker. I love how that came out. So fun. And then, what else? Just out here making trail magic. This is part of a new set for the Adventurous Creative Club, and basically I work with a lot of other artists to bring these design ideas to life. I have a lot of ideas, but I'm not very good at drawing, and I have tried, and it's just fun to collaborate. So I have all these sticker packs in the back of my head, and I've been working with different people to bring them to life. I love this. Look at the little icons on the side. Busy rewilding. I love it. Okay, and then one more. So these will all be part of a sticker pack. You can get them individually or you can get them as a 4-pack. And this is the pièce de résistance. Welcome to the Adventurous Creative Club. It's also what I call the Discord community, and I feel like it just describes us so well. We are adventurous and we're creative. We have small businesses, but we also prioritize lifestyle and getting outside and things like that. So I am so in love with this pack. Look at them. They look so good. I think it will look so cute as a pack together too. Wasn't sure if they were gonna get here in time for the shop update. The shop update is tomorrow, so I'm planning to meet up with Kate for a dog walk in a second, so what a perfect chance to bring these stickers and get the photographs, and then we'll be able to come home and just bang out all the listings and get them scheduled. So that's a big task because it takes a while to get all of that done, and then from there it's just making more stuff and just making sure I have all the things I need stocked. I probably also need to drop off more beanies at Ohana tomorrow. I try to do a drop once a week. So we're just in making, computer, make sure we eat, make sure we get outside kind of mode right now. Time for some breakfast. I've been having these yogurt bowls with some chia seeds and my homemade granola. I love how this batch came out. I made it extra coconutty and I added pumpkin seeds. It's really good. Fun fact, one of my first real career internships was actually at this food manufacturing company in Napa. I was a food science major, so my whole thing was working for a food company and designing new products. So I worked on a granola project when I was there, and I spent my whole internship creating new granola recipes and then scaling it up to be sold at stores. So it's just crazy where life takes you, but now I just make granola for myself. Shoot, I just got home and it got so hot I had to change into a t-shirt. I also left one of the stickers at home. Here it is on my desk. So I'm gonna have to go out and get some photos, and even the photos we took, the lighting was kind of weird, so I don't know if the photos actually came out. But I figured I'd just come home, we'd eat some lunch, get the listings done for everything we have photos for already, and then get out there, take more photos, and get everything else drafted. So not exactly according to plan, and a little bit more to do because I thought we'd get all the photos done on that hike, but it's okay. It's just the way it goes sometimes.
If only I could finish something, run straight through to the end.
Just making some stories about the shop update. I meant to make a post. I haven't had time to do that yet, but at least we're getting some stories up. It's kind of one of those days. I made pho the other night, and it is probably my favorite comfort food ever. I can eat it even if it's blazing hot out and I'm super sweaty. So I'm having some for lunch. Put my hair up. I don't know how people eat with their hair down, but anyway. I'm starting to feel a little bit of pressure to get moving because I still need those photos and to get all the stuff on the website done. But I was like, you know what? Let's just take a sec, eat, relax, and it's all gonna be fine. I do feel very calm for this shop update compared to before, and I know there's still a lot to be done, but before I would like stay up super late, I'd just be pedal to the metal, but tonight there's a dance class that I want to go to. I went on that hike today, and it's okay.
Will I ever settle down, happy with the here and now?
So I was just catching up on the studio vlog while I was eating my lunch, and she was talking a lot about this cycle that makers go through with, you know, rushing, making for the busy season, and then burning out, and then feeling all deflated, and then getting excited again, and the cycle just rinses and repeats. And I've certainly gone through that too, where you feel like the holiday season, the fall and winter is when people are shopping the most, so you're hustling and just working yourself to the bone to get as many sales as possible during that short period of time, and then burning out. But we're not changing our systems or the way we do things or how we structure our work year, you know what I mean? And I was thinking a lot about it because I have certainly gone through that. There were times when I would stay up till 2 in the morning knitting. I would wake up, start knitting, knit till 2 in the morning. I'd get so burned out, but I felt this urgency and this like need and like I didn't have enough and all this stuff. And I've been doing this business for 7 years now, 5 full-time, but 7 total. And I've learned a lot on that journey. And one of those things is how I structure my year and even the different seasons. And as you know, the majority of my revenue for my business comes from selling knit hats. And there is a pretty short window, all things considered, for when you sell that kind of item. And I used to try to sell in the summer or like make other items to sell in the summer and but then what ended up happening is I just rinse and repeat that burnout cycle again. And so I started reframing things. And of course, I didn't figure all of this out myself. I listened to podcasts, read books, whatever. But I started realizing that if I, instead of focusing a lot of my summer energy on marketing and doing all that stuff, like staying in business brain, and instead use that time to fix my systems, to make product that I wasn't selling, but I would have ready to go, then I would sell just as much stuff or make just as much money, but without that stress and burnout cycle. And another thing I was thinking about is part of the reason why I chose January to be the time we go on this Iceland small business retreat is because I know for everyone, it's like this race to the finish line of the holiday rush. And that's when you're going to make the most sales. Like December for me is certainly the most big revenue generating month. But then you almost feel like once that happens, you just do this like big relaxed cycle. You're unmotivated. You're just low energy, uninspired, losing all that creative spark. And so that's kind of why I wanted to make the trip at that time period, because when that happens to a lot of people, business owners, makers, whatever, we're going to be on an adventure. We're going to be restructuring these systems. We're going to realign together with people who want to build something more mindful. So I am just so excited. I don't know if I've updated you, but now there are only 5 spots left. I can't believe it. There are 9 of you coming with me on this trip, and it's just going to be such an amazing journey. And I have 5 guest speakers for the mastermind series that we're going to be doing after. So we'll have accountability. We'll have this supportive new group of people. But yeah, watching this vlog just really reminded me of all of that. And like I was saying earlier, this is the calmest I've felt before a shop update in a long time. And I think it's really just partly reconfiguring these systems, taking a lot of time to zoom out this year and realign again and again and again. And just letting go of a lot of those things that make us feel that stress. I was listening to this podcast recently how, a lot of people are saying this is the worst year they've ever had. Like a ton of small businesses are closing. They've been in business forever and this is still the worst they've ever seen. And I think that is happening for a lot of people. But on the flip side, I am also seeing a lot of people growing and thriving and not succumbing to that stuff. So whatever that is, it's more just like we can't compare ourselves to anyone else. We're on our own journey. We have our own goals. What your goal for your business, what your goal for what your dream life looks like is going to be different from mine or this person's or that person's. So it's just important to get back in touch with what that means for you. And I think ultimately, it'll help you thrive in your business. But anyway, enough of the yapping. I'm going to work on some product listings and then we will hopefully get some better light and take some more photos.
Ever be enough, ever be enough. If only I could build a tower, pierce right through the clouds, saxophones at every hour. Who hasn't heard of me now? Then will I have had enough.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we have all of the listings done for what I had photos of. I still have a couple of beanies that I need to photograph and then of course the stickers. But after that, I think all we have to do is write and schedule our email to the email list. I still need to make a post on Instagram, but I was going to do it of the stickers and the zero waste scrappy beanies. So I need to get photos of those. And because of the time, I might just try to do them out front. I never usually do that, but there's a dance class I want to make it to tonight. So selfishly, I also want to get all of this done and scheduled so then I can just dance and then get home and knit and chill. not make it to dance. I got so caught up with all of the photo editing and getting that post up that I looked up and I would have already been late. So that is okay. We went out on a 2-hour hike today and that was lovely. I think at this point, I'm just gonna finish all of these shop listings, get that email drafted and scheduled, and so we don't even have to do anything tomorrow. And I try to get myself distracted on shop update days because I feel like what ends up happening is I keep refreshing my Squarespace to see if people have ordered, and like I get all stressed out. And obviously like I want to make sure I'm there in case there are any issues that happen, but I try to make sure I have other things going on so that I'm not just caught up like that. And by getting everything scheduled and just set and ready to go, that really helped take that pressure off too. Like I'm not just last minute getting things done. And I used to do that. I used to be by the skin of my teeth getting pictures and things listed and stuff like that. Good morning. It is shop update day. It's about 25 minutes till everything goes live. It's kind of darker this morning and feeling really cozy. So I'm feeling like I just want to sit and knit, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing for a lot of the day. But there are a couple of things on the to-do list. I just wanted to make sure that everything goes live correctly. So I'm just going to wait and check when everything goes live and then make sure that's all good. We have to get more beanies palmed and tagged for Ohana and drop some stuff off over the weekend. And then I really just want to work on more scrappy beanies. And those beanies do take a little bit more time, but they're really fun to make. And obviously, like, aren't these just so fun? It's been really fun just coming up with the color combos for these and just putting them together. They're totally zero waste because I repurpose all of the scraps that are left over. So I came up with this. And then I just use like a leather tag. So the entire thing is technically biodegradable because I also use ethically and sustainably sourced wool, and the wool itself is biodegradable, and they use biodegradable dyes. So anyway, those are the things I'm planning to work on. I need to just wake up, drink some coffee.
Is a guided meditation to begin for about 13 minutes. It's situated. Starting at the crown of the head. Desire. It is beyond.
Okay, it's about 3 minutes till the shop update, so I'm gonna get on the computer and just make sure everything goes according to plan. So I use Squarespace, and I have an app on my phone, but it keeps crashing, so I hope it's just the app itself and not the actual website. But I'm gonna get on here, and so whenever I do a shop update, I basically go through it like I am the user, so I'm not gonna log into the back end. I'm gonna wait till 9 o'clock, which is where I scheduled all of the listings to go live, and then I'll go on the website and just make sure they're all happening. I also scheduled that email last night. But like I was saying yesterday, this is the calmest I've ever felt about a shop update, and I don't know if it's just me being able to release some of these weird expectations or anxieties that I used to get about them, but the mindset really has helped. And I feel the same about Instagram, honestly, because, you know, as everyone knows, engagement's really tough on there, or, you know, it might feel like you're the only one that's not growing and you see other people growing and comparing and stuff like that. But I think it's really just, what is the point? What is the purpose of being on that platform? For mine, it is to connect and to share what I do. So if that's what I'm doing, that's okay. I don't need to go viral. I don't need to blow up. You know what I mean? So I've been thinking a lot about that too. But anyway, we're just about there. I've been yapping at you. So let's just check and make sure everything's good. Okay, that stuff isn't popping up. So let me just double check the back end. I mean, it just turned 9 o'clock, so it might just take a second to populate. Okay, they're there. It just took a little bit longer. everything. In the past, you know, I used to have those types of launches where people are waiting and people are checking out right away, but I haven't had that in a long time. And I really think buyer behavior has changed a lot from, you know, the 2020, 2021, 22 years to now. I've just noticed a difference. And at first I was getting really down on myself about that. I'm like, oh my God, people don't like my stuff anymore. But it's just different, and I've changed the way I do things too, so it's just adapting and, you know, realigning, like I said, and just, it's part of the process. And to me, in some ways, like, that creativity of figuring out how to run the business or changing things is really fun too. The email hasn't gone out yet. I scheduled it for 5 minutes later because, as you saw, it took a second for everything to populate, and then I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna go refreshing my orders app. I want to just hang out and knit, palm and tag stuff, watch some vlogs, that kind of thing. So
maybe about 5 or 6 years for 2 reasons. One,
What's the angle? I'm not playing that game. It's the same business with a different name. Who's the target? Sorry, I'm not in the market. If I quit buying, you can't sell me anything. No thanks, I'll pass. I don't want any of that. I'll just take my
okay, it's been a few hours, and I just wanted to update you because this is the reality of a shop update for someone like me. I've gotten 6 orders, so by no means has everything sold out immediately, and I used to sell out of things within the first hour, and as the years went on, it started to not happen like that. And then I was like seeing all these other people saying, oh my God, I sold out of whatever in 2 minutes. But I just wanted to share that with you because if you feel like you are not selling enough or fast enough, or why am I not selling out immediately like all these other people? I don't either. And I have a full-time business making hats. And for me, it's just become really important to be true to myself, be aligned in my work and how I market things, and just to structure my business so that it is sustainable in the long term. I know sometimes when you aren't the person that sells out immediately, when you aren't making those hundreds of orders all the time, you feel like, is it my product? Do people like my stuff? But they do. And as long as you're staying true to yourself, that is really what matters. And the next part of it is really just sharing it with the world and putting it out there, and keep putting it out there and keep sharing it, because definitely one of the things I've seen that is different now is that it just takes a lot more marketing to get people to buy. So before, I feel like I would send an email or announce my shop launch and things would just sell. And nowadays, there's just so much more noise. There's so many more people selling. There's so many more shops. I know as a user, I am always a little bit more glazed over these days too, and it takes me a little bit more to buy something. The economy people will talk about. So people are more intentional with their dollars. And there are also a lot of people who are ready to make a purchase, who might stumble upon your stuff and immediately click with it. And that is why branding is so important in getting your message across and really representing yourself authentically. Because when you are, it shows through. People understand what you're about right away. And part of being a maker is really about that connection. And that is the important piece. That is what separates us from the Amazons of the world or whatever else. I don't know. I could talk about this forever. But right now, I'm going to just finish this beanie. These were definitely the most popular style in the shop update so far. I'm also donating 5% of my sales for the weekend to World Central Kitchen, which is an organization that helps with disaster relief by providing food and water. It's run by a chef, Jose Andres. And if you've been here for a little bit, you know that I had a past career as a chef and still cook a lot. And it's one of those things that, to me, food is love and connection and community. And so that felt like a really good organization to donate to in light of all of this hurricane stuff going on and these climate disasters. But anyway, gonna finish this beanie, gonna palm and tag some more, and then we'll go drop some stuff off at Ohana.
no thanks.
I hope this gave you an honest and realistic peek at what it looks like for me to do a shop update as a small business owner. I know everyone is different and everyone runs their business differently, but this is how I do it, and it's something that I hope to sustain in the long run. In the next vlog, we'll talk about how the rest of the shop update went, and we'll be making a plan for how we want to go for the rest of the year. As always, thank you so much for being here. I hope these videos make you feel less alone. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.